Diver found a strange underwater building, but what it actually was left everyone speechless. Jake Morgan had dived all over the world, but that day in the Gulf of Mexico was supposed to be simple. He was looking for coral and sea life, just a peaceful break. But nearly 100 feet down, something strange caught his eye, a dark shape too square to be natural. As he swam closer, he saw it wasn't coral or rock. It was a man-made structure, like a small building, covered in algae and buried halfway in the sand. Jake had never seen anything like it. He circled it, heart pounding. The shape looked ancient, with stone walls and carvings too perfect to be natural. His light couldn't reach inside the doorway, so he marked the spot and swam back up. Once on the boat, he contacted his friend Mark, who worked at an oceanic research facility. The next morning, they dived together, and this time, Jake went inside. But nothing could have prepared him for what was hidden there. Jake and Mark swam through the dark doorway. Their flashlights lit up the stone walls. Inside, it was cold and quiet. The walls were covered in algae, but they could still see shapes. There were carvings, symbols, tools, and what looked like people. It didn't feel like a shipwreck. It felt like an ancient place where people once lived or prayed. They kept going. In one room, they saw stone benches and a large flat stone, like a table. Another room had broken containers. Inside them were tools made from bone and stone. Everything looked very old, but was still in good shape. The sea had hidden and protected it. Jake used his camera to record everything. When they went back to the boat, they knew this was big. Mark called his research team. A few days later, a group of experts arrived. They included divers, scientists, and history experts. They were excited and shocked by what they saw. They all agreed this was not just one building. It was part of something much larger. It looked like a lost settlement or city, possibly over 20,000 years old. Back then, sea levels were lower, and this area might have been dry land. The people who built it were gone, but their work had survived under the sand and water. More dives were planned. The team found more rooms, more carvings, and more tools. They found signs of daily life, places where people sat, worked, or stored items. They also saw strange patterns in the stone, showing they used smart building methods. No metal, no cement, just stone blocks locked together perfectly. Jake watched all of it from the side. He had only gone diving for fun. But now he had found something that could change what people know about early humans. News of the discovery began to spread. Some called it one of the biggest underwater finds in recent years. Jake stood on the dock, looking at the sea. He smiled. That quiet dive had turned into history. Deep down, he knew. There was still more to uncover. This was only the beginning.